Hello family, BL Carter here, affectionately known as Miss B, hoping that you are doing well and working on the pieces to your puzzle. Just had some thoughts. I've been listening to the news and seeing what's going on with this government shutdown and things like that. And actually this thought had crossed my mind before, but it came up again just in watching the things that are going on and just trying to understand the reason and rationale behind why they're doing some of the things they're doing. And it definitely seems like a specific effort to bring this country down, bring the people down. But I had a thought. I hear a lot of people say the different things that are going on are biblical prophecy. And I just wonder, is it really a matter of prophecy, or is it a matter of somebody's plan that is actually now coming into fruition or maturation or realization, if you will? When I think about how many of the different shows foretold a lot of stuff that's going on, The Simpsons, Star Trek, Back to the Future, The Matrix, several different shows were showing us things that have either come to pass or still in process of coming to pass. And so I have to wonder if it's not necessarily a matter of biblical prophecy, but if it's more a matter of somebody's plan and it's taken this long to put it into fruition. So what I recommend, you take the time to do it. It's up to you. You don't have to, but it might be a good idea. Especially for those who still have their heads in the sand, who still believe that our leaders are working in our best interests, who still believe that, everything's just hunky-dory and we'll be fine, and etc. And I'm pretty sure we will. But people, it's not all rosy. It is not all rosy. So, I get it, seeing the glass half full versus half empty. But at some point you have to come to reality and recognize the reality that we're in. And I'm just playing with my ink pen here because I don't know, I just needed to fumble about something. But I say, but there are a couple shows I would offer that people binge watch if you can. Just go back a few seasons, maybe go to the beginning seasons, of course, and maybe in between and the end, or go through all of it. It's up to you. But I definitely say Scandal. And I know it got a lot of talk, it got a lot of flack about, again, the white man sleeping with the black woman, and she's his mistress, and he's the man in power and control, and it's the whole plantation slavery, massa and the black girl thing. Yeah, but I don't want you to watch it for that. I want you to watch it so that you can see how government handles business. I watched it, and that's what drew me to it. Just seeing on TV how government officials, we elect them to work in our best interests, but the lobbying, the deals that are made behind the scenes, the concessions that are made. Oh, okay, well, I might have these constituents that have these needs, but I have this other thing that I want to get done as well. So I will sacrifice my constituents' needs to make a trade with someone on the other side of the aisle just so I can get this other particular thing. The shadow government in Scandal, it was at B613. Well, we have shadow government. And just watching the way all those things play out and unfold. Watching the fact that the president is, in a lot of ways, a puppet, and his orders come from somewhere else. In a lot of ways, stuff happens or gets done, and the president gets informed of it, or sometimes he's not informed, just to give him the plausible deniability. And just watch how government operates, even to the point of the voting irregularities, or basically cheating, or fraud, or whatever you want to call it, voter fraud. But Scandal is an excellent show to watch, to see all of that in motion. Because truth is, for those of you who still have your head in the sand and who's still walking around with these rose-colored glasses on, thinking everything is hunky-dory and, government's doing for you, and we're going to go vote and we're going to put these people in and they're going to do X, Y, Z. You need a rude awakening. I mean, a wake-up call for real. Another show I would suggest maybe binge watching is The Simpsons, because The Simpsons seem to have a pattern of foretelling things that are coming to pass, or that are going to come to pass. I went back after the September 11th attacks of 2001 on the World Trade Center. I went back and looked at the movie Back to the Future, and I saw so many things in there that pointed to the actual tower attack and the plane and the planes, alleged planes, as well as the towers coming down, the date, the time, all of that was within that movie. And then I also recommend people binge watch on, it was another show, The Last Ship. And that only ran for like maybe, I think, 9 weeks or so at the end of the summer each year. I don't think it came on this past summer, though. And The Last Ship is about, there's a ship that's out over Antarctica, oddly, a place that we're not allowed to go. Was it Antarctica, North Pole, somewhere up that way? And I forget whatever it was they were doing. They were looking for a cure for something, and the cure was up there. And so they got the cure. They were able to, you know, kind of find the cure, but this particular disease has spread around and it taken out so many people. And come to find out, once they get back, they see the elites had shuttled into their safe place. All the elected children or selected children were shuttled into the safe place. And everyone else was led to slaughter. They were lined up one by one. They were either moved into, I guess you can call concentration camps or FEMA camps, whatever you want to call them. They were, you know, they took their jewelry, their wallets, all that other stuff, collected all of that. They gave up all of that as they're going through the little assembly line, walking in, and they go in and they either put into slavery to do some work that needs to get done for the good of the masses or for the good of the leaders, not for their good, or they're slaughtered. And so I think it's a good idea to watch it so you can see how these things have played out on TV. And the fact that it's played out on TV or in movies tells you people are thinking about it. The fact that Hollywood or not mainstream media, but the media is allowing this stuff to be played on widescreen to us. They can't, to me, they allow that to happen so that we can't say we didn't know or whatever. They can always say, well, we told you, it was there right smack in front of you, you just weren't looking, you weren't paying attention. So, and of course Star Trek, because there's a lot going on up in the sky these days. There are a lot of things happening. And then pay close attention to the visuals, the various planets, stars, the teleporting, the reading of the minds, all the different technological things that happened in Star Trek that suddenly now we're getting these capabilities. No, we had these capabilities. Excuse me. And of course there's one that people always mention, The Matrix, The Matrix, The Matrix. Go back and watch The Matrix. Get you some popcorn, get a Coke or drink Sprite, whatever you drink, and just get in front of it and just watch it. And these shows now, you're not watching them for entertainment. You're watching them to be critical, if you will. Not necessarily that you're going to write a list of what you're criticizing about, but you're looking at them to see the ways in which these things are playing out in our daily lives or have the capacity to play out. Because it's going to affect you, and you need to know. And then you need to realize that these people don't have our best interests. So, you know, like I said, get your heads out the sand. It's nice to have rose-colored glasses and to be optimistic and all that. I get that. But you also need to be prepared. You also need to know what you're working with. And you can't do that if you're not even willing to look and see what you're working with. So that's kind of my spill on that. Just, it's just a I keep hearing this, oh, this is biblical prophecy, this is biblical prophecy. I think back, that Bible was put together, if you will, back during the when the Romans were ruling, during the Roman empires, during the Crusades, way back when, I forget the exact date right now. And then you had the Council of Nicaea as well, who decided what would go in the Bible, what would not be in the Bible. We don't know where that information came from. We still can't even to this day say for sure that that's concrete and accurate information that's in that Bible. And actually, you know, I've come across some information and some people who can actually read Greek and Hebrew, and you know, there seems to be some discrepancy between older manuscripts, written documents, the scrolls that were released, and what's actually in the Bible now. So I just say be careful what we put on God, you know. Be careful. Is that the great delusion that I think it references in Revelation toward the end times? There will be a great delusion that he will pour out to a whole bunch, to the whole world, I guess, and a lot of people will fall for it. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out what that delusion is. There are quite a few things that could be, but somehow don't quite feel that those are it. I have one main idea, but I'm not going to say that just yet until I get a little bit more information to confirm that may be it. But anyway, that's just it. Just pretty much go ahead and take a look at some of those shows, and maybe people can come to terms with the level of evil that we're dealing with, that's running rampant in this country, and the ways in which these things are being done. And that being the case, take care, and I will catch you on the next one.